In this video tutorial, you will learn how to complete the summary page. So you're going to click on that link, and you're going to complete anything that is a required field denoted in red. The reading and the math grade levels should be completed by the appropriate teacher. So when they complete the plop and the goals, they should also be completing that section of instructional functional levels on the summary page. You want to review all the different summary recommendations. Again, make sure if they're an ESL student, it's clicked ESL, or you're going to have to go back and fix that on the recommended services page. If you're going to answer whether or not the program has changed from the prior year IEP, typically the answer is no, unless maybe it was a triennial where the psychologist either added or removed a service, or maybe the related service provider declassified the student from a particular service, or maybe they added a service. Now, promotional criteria. Again, this needs to be completed by the math and the ELA teachers. So, pretty much all of our students with IEPs have promotional criteria. Promotional criteria drops the threshold of the percentage of standards that the student needs to pass in order to be promoted to the next school year. This goes up through grade 8, and then once they get to high school, promotional criteria is taken away from IEPs. So if the student does not have promotional criteria, you would click standard, but if they do, you're going to choose modified, and this is for the current year, and you're going to choose multiple criteria and modification of achievement of performance standards. And you're going to choose for which subjects, so whether they need it for ELA, or they need it for math, or maybe both. So this says ELA, the student Charlie Central must meet, maybe we're going to say 50% of the grade 5 Common Core and New York State standards. So again, the percentage is chosen by the team teacher that teaches that subject, and you do the same thing for the other subject if they need it. And again, Common Core and New York State standards. And then also for next year. So if the student's is an 8th grader going into high school, you would click standard because they're not going to have promotional criteria in high school. But if they're going into 7th or 8th grade, you're going to also choose modified and complete the sections like you did above, perhaps with the same percentages. Again, it's up to you, knowing the curriculum best and the types of standards for next school year. And then you're going to consider the other options. Typically, we think about giving the kid general ed services, sets, or a special class. And then you need to write why you rejected those other services. So you would write sets does not provide enough support for Charlie to be successful in the classroom, while a special class is too restrictive for Charlie's needs. Charlie would benefit from being in an ICT setting with 2 teachers in the classroom. Okay, so you can write something to that effect. We want to basically support why we're choosing to give the services on the recommended services page that we chose. And then you're going to hit save, done editing, and you can move on to the next section.